Okay, so I'm watching a video from some jackass. It's the Prepared Homestead on how to be a man. What does it take to be a man? Whatever. Let's talk about it. I'm not even really going to respond to his video. I'm a couple minutes into his video. I really can't take listening to him anymore. But I think I have things to say on this subject that fucking basically every boy or man should fucking hear, really, which is that being a man has nothing to do with fucking being tough or any of this bullshit or whatever, like, or being masculine, even. Like, to me, the thing that you should be as a man is independent. Most men are not independent. And what I mean by that is, like, I don't know how to even put this. I used to talk to all the dudes on Matt's chats, right? I really depended on them for anything. I asked their advice, and I did what I fucking gonna do anyway. It was nice to have somebody to talk to. And this is like part of that whole being a man thing is, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, go watch Hondo. Cat, if you could fucking, like, not, be great. In Hondo, his whole thing is that, he doesn't need anybody. He does need people. But, like, it's not that you should be Hondo. It's that you should strive to be as close to that as that you can be, because it makes you a more effective and useful person in groups. Okay? And, like, this is to where, like, this isn't even a fucking, like, man versus woman thing. This is a human thing. This isn't a video on how to be a man, I guess. It's how to be a good human, because it applies to women, too. Like, the entire idea of man and woman and whatever not being equal, I guess, is part of the issue here. And, like, this is where this whole idea of being a man comes from. Like, just because you have a vagina doesn't mean you shouldn't try to be Hondo. Let that sink in. Like, if you watch that movie, you'll find the woman that he's attracted to is much like him. She really doesn't need anyone either. These are American traits. That's what I should entitle this. I should entitle this How to Be an American Man. Because, like, as I see it, a man's job versus a woman's job is kind of like, it's mostly to do with danger, I guess. Not even that, really. Like, if I was dating a man, I would be the one getting up to check on things in the middle of the night, more than likely. Unless he's as capable or more capable than I am, which there's a chance of that, but I doubt it. Like, this is the world I now live in. Like, none of the fucking sexual partners I would have would I trust with my defense. I trusted Dakota with it. She held my head while I slept once. That was like the most peaceful sleep I think you've ever had. She was armed. We're always armed. It's one of those, she could have killed you. Yeah, but I knew she wouldn't. A lot of people think, being a man means never crying, means never showing emotion, means whatever. Means you get the job done. Doesn't matter about the rest of it. The rest of it's inconsequential. I grew up watching my grandfather fix things, and it looked like the dad in A Christmas Story, where he's just fucking drinking, fucking chicken, fucking drinking, fucking chicken, fucking shitting, fucking boiler. Shit like that was at my house all the time, but it was like refrigerator, car, air conditioner usually. Maybe like washer, dryer. We don't have furnaces here. Cursing because he can't light the pilot light. I think it's been so many years since we had true examples of what most people would consider masculinity to emulate that most people have no clue what it is. And I think this is kind of the truth of the world we're in now, is like the masculine and the feminine has both been broken. Y'all need work. It's hard to say how to be a man. Church, don't hit that stop button. It's like nosing at the stop button. It's hard to say how to be a man if you don't agree on how men and women should behave. Like, seems to me like women aren't women anymore, so I'll do what I please. And I know the trans thing pleases me quite a bit. I wonder how many people that do this would have a fucking marriage with kids and shit if they could find the right woman, but basically the right woman doesn't exist, and if she does exist, she's not talking to them. I think that's quite a few people. Like, it's like, I occasionally make fun of the incels and shit, but like, there's quite a bit of the trans movement that's doing this for similar reasons, I think. Like, I don't know. I was always probably going to do this. I was just trying to figure out the when and how and whether or not I wanted to deal with coming out to my family. There's definitely some people doing this that, like, I don't know, just said, fuck it. There's a little bit of me in that too. Like, if I could have found happiness without doing this, I think I would have been miserable. That's one of those I'm glad Tiffany left when she did. I guess that's really kind of like, what is a man at that point, Doesn't even fucking matter. I like John Wayne. You should go be John Wayne, whether you're a woman or a man. And like, it's in particular the movie Hondo. Like, that's, that rugged individualist Indian fighter. I like that version of it. That was the version that my grandfather picked to create his persona around, I think. My grandfather didn't much care for his dad. His dad's dad was a real piece of shit and wasn't even around. My grandfather watched my great-grandfather fall apart to pieces when his youngest son died. A lot of shit happened then, and I think somewhere in around that time is when he saw Hondo and decided that's who he's going to be. It's one of the reasons I always liked Hondo. You could tell that about my grandfather. At least I could after hanging out with him for a really long time. And so when you're raised by a man whose entire idea of what it is to be a man came from a John Wayne movie. I don't know. I think I'm doing pretty good. I think my grandfather would actually be proud of me, believe it or not. Mainly because I'm still here. And I think for myself and I'm armed. I don't think he'd understand the girl thing at all. But, you know, it's one of those, like, it's a sexual bedroom thing that just happens to affect most of the rest of your life. And a lot of people be like, well, that's a choice. Well, I really don't think so. Like I said, I think I would have been fucking miserable. So I guess the question is, Grandpa picked Hondo, right? Maybe we should pick somebody. I guess I picked the Raizuli from The Wind and the Lion, and I picked that one because it reminds me of the man my grandfather actually was. He was a brigand and a criminal, and a man of God. He was complicated. He was prone to great fits and terrible rages. Bouts of depression that would kill most men. And yet he still did everything he needed to do. Usually half drunk. If there's anything I would encourage you to do is to not drink. I'd be a better person probably if I didn't start drinking. I don't know. It's a waste of time and money, but at the same time, it's really fun. And like, I don't fucking know. At a certain point, it's hard to find things that still are fun. That's cheap, fun, and available. It never goes bad, basically, and you can just transport it with you by having a bottle in your bag. Like, I don't know. Drinking's a mixed bag of fucking shit. I am currently drinking, but like, I have the occasional mixed drink now. I used to fucking kill bottles. Don't kill bottles. You know, the other person that I probably picked to base myself on is the dude from The Big Lebowski. Yeah, he was kind of there. Far out, man. So, imagine Hondo, the dude from The Big Lebowski, and who was it I mentioned before? Fuck if I know. Imagine a fusion of that, though. The Raizuli, so it was. Imagine a fusion of Hondo, the dude, and the Raizuli. And this is like the person that I most admire when it comes to this is probably my Uncle Justin. He's much as like I think my grandfather would be in this era. I'm not really sure exactly what happened in my grandfather's life that made him just want the Marine Corps so bad as he did. One of those, like, he didn't just, go enlist and fucking do 4 years and drop out. Like, he went and became a fucking pilot. It's crazy shit. He had a demon chasing him. I watched the movie The Right Stuff a lot. And I do that because it was one of my grandfather's favorite movies. And it's one that, I don't know. I watch it a lot to figure him out. Anyway, in that movie, Chuck Yeager talks about being chased by a demon. Pretty sure that's what was going on with my grandfather. It's one of those, if they would have let him, he probably would have tried to be a fucking astronaut, but they never would have let him do that shit. It's one of those, for the astronaut program, they were only taking perfect specimens. My grandfather, believe it or not, had eye problems, had several other things going on, and yet was a fucking Marine Corps pilot. He had to get waivers. He got them. What other movie characters would I fold in besides the Raizuli, Hondo, and the dude? I don't know. Chuck Yeager in that fucking movie, The Right Stuff, is someone that you should probably go and look at too. Chuck Yeager was my grandfather's hero and John Milius's hero. John Milius, the man who wrote Red Dawn and The Wind and the Lion, is someone that you should study as well. And anyone that both of them liked, someone you should study. Like, The Right Stuff is a good introduction to what he did or whatever. And from there, I would go get some history books about fucking aviation and read about Chuck Yeager. Like, The Right Stuff is a glorious movie because it's like from the breaking of the speed of sound to the last space flight ever with one man. So the space flights went way, way faster than anything on the Earth. And that man was the last one in the fucking Gemini program. Sorry, Mercury program. The last one in the Mercury program to fly went faster than all the rest of them and was the fastest man ever to fly solo. Probably still is the fastest man ever to fly solo. But, unless something's changed. Because, like, every space flight since has been fucking more than one person. I think that's pretty cool. I still think it's funny that they demanded to have a window be put into the space pod because they wanted to have the ability to fucking maneuver and see where they were going. Well, on those thoughts, I think I'll leave you on how to be a man, woman, whatever. I don't know what I'm going to title this. I meditate on my grandfather a lot. I find that this helps me to be a better person in my own life and to be a better man, quote unquote. Find the person that is that person in your life and meditate on them. I'll see you guys later.